Okay. I think we are live. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. What else is new, I'm sure is what you're thinking. Um, so, hmm. YouTube says I'm live, but oh, okay, there it goes. The chat thingy wasn't loading. Um, the the YouTube that I use to monitor what's going on wasn't loading right. Anyway, so a few developments since last time. One, perhaps the biggest one, is this. I now have the kinetic cutting beam. um, getting here on time will generally result in being here before me. I have not been good at getting these things started on time. I don't think I've been more than 5 minutes late so far, but there's, at least not without announcing it, there's definitely been times I've been late. Yeah, the big development is I got the kinetic cutting beam, which I've been trying to get for a while. It is the Borg weapon that that they use to cut sections out of hulls, and in their first appearance, and it damages like a torpedo, but otherwise functions like a beam. Which means I can totally ignore all torpedo skills forever, all mine-related stuff, and my beam-related stuff, most of it will affect this. I don't think these affect it, because it does kinetic damage. I don't know for sure whether they do or not. But all of like my bridge crew skills and stuff that affect beams should affect this. So it is what I now have instead of a torpedo, because screw torpedoes, they're annoying. It also shares the torpedo property. Is it? Nah, it's got at least a mission's worth, especially because I can open these. What's that? Oh, right. Basically, kinetic damage. Kinetic damage is really crappy against shields, but really good against hulls. And it's what pretty much all torpedoes do. And this is, I believe, the only beam that does torpedo damage. So yeah. It's better broadsides. Also, it's omnidirectional, which is the only way you can get this weapon. Omnidirectional weapons I don't tend to use much because they do less damage, but as the name implies, doesn't matter where the enemy is, this can shoot it. So anyway, that's the big thing. I've also gained a few levels and built up a bunch of reputations, which actually, something I have not done with those reputations, I have a bunch more reputation skills. I should look at what they are to see if any of them are good. Specifically, I have a couple more active ones. Ooh, Medical Nanite Cloud I remember being a good one. Area of Effect Healing, 50% chance of res, and anybody I res is temporarily undamageable. Okay. Oh, and it de-assimilates anybody who's hit by it. Nice. And then the other one I got is, Sensor Interference Platform is pretty nice. It taunts nearby enemies and reduces the damage they deal. So it essentially tricks people into shooting at it instead of me. Like, it drops a sensor buoy that does that. And then I've got 2 others that are whatever. And then there's all these reputation things. Better crits. Ooh, faster. Reduced bridge officer recharge times. I bet that's better than something. This is not actually that useful. I'm going to take it off. And I'm going to take... Chrono Capacitor Array. Reducing recharge times. Invisibility at low health sounds pretty good. And it's automatic. Huh. Yeah, I am aware. Which can be shitty. It is nonetheless still a good emergency healing power. Okay, let's turn off that. No, actually, let's turn off that. Get the emergency cloak. I just realized that this thing is echoing me. So let's do that. Yeah. I think that's good for now. That one might be handy if I remember to equip it before a Borg-heavy mission. What's this? Huh. Whatever. Alright. So, let us proceed with the plot. At last, after so very, very long, the entire game thus far, we can finally stop telling Deactivating to shut up. The gateway discovered beneath the surface of New Romulus is prepared and ready for activation. Because the Romulan Republic is dedicated to sharing the gateway and all we learn from it with our allies, we are inviting representatives of the Romulan Republic, the Federation, and the Klingon Defense Force to join us on New Romulus for the first trip through the gateway. I would be honored if you would join us. And we get this sort of stuff. It's a good mission.
It would be my pleasure.
As part of our excavations into this area, we found artifacts from a much older civilization that once lived on this world. These primitive people appeared to share the planet with their gods, in actuality a species with a much higher technological level than their own. These Dewans were abandoned when their gods left the world, but over time developed their own culture and technology. Then they found the gateway. It's Iconian, but it must have seemed almost magical to the Dewans. Using geothermal energy, they managed to activate the gateway briefly. The reactor was too unstable. The geothermal tap caused the chain volcanic reaction that devastated the planet. Our scientists say that ash clouded the sky, dropping temperatures and dramatically altering the climate of much of the habitable land. Radiation levels spiked and many of the Dewans died. The survivors retreated to the underground shelters, but it was the end of their civilization. Only the flora and fauna that could adapt survived, until we arrived. You were instrumental in helping us discover the secrets of this world. Now that we've found the Iconian Gateway, we feel that it could be a boon to the Romulan Republic. The entire galaxy will be at our fingertips. So, you didn't miss much last time. The New Romulus arc is pretty bad, actually. But the important thing is we explored New Romulus, the Romulans' new homeworld, and found deep beneath the planet an Iconian Gateway and a power plant and records of the planet's native inhabitants, who wiped themselves out when they tried to activate the gateway and a volcanic chain reaction happened, as he just said. Hundreds of thousands of years before that, they had worshipped the Iconians as gods. The Iconians lived here for a while. And then when the Iconian Empire fell, this planet got bombarded from space, which is why there was evidence of a massive radiation spike here at some point. You did miss the Breen plot. I'm sorry.
It would be my pleasure.
Oh, that's the same thing, isn't it? And what's the liaison?
Welcome to New Romulus.
I am Frennick, and I serve as liaison officer for Tatam. As you can see, we've stabilized the environment in this area as part of our investigation of the Gateway. Protective gear is no longer necessary. Admiral Kerouac is waiting for you in the Gateway chamber. Okay. Is that? No, that's not. It is quite dark down here, but I suppose my character finds that comfortable. So, there are some familiar faces here. Worf, for example. Captain Koran is captain of the Klingon flagship, the Alasku? Something like that? That's Admiral Kerouac, our admiral. That's Tiaru Jarrah. I don't think she's actually shown up in the game before this. Her father was the Romulan from the TNG episode The Defector, the Romulan admiral. And she is the commander of the Republic flagship, the Lacy. Yeah, I really like the aesthetic down here. And somewhere around here, there should be... I apparently went the long way around. No, that's Commander Ningyan. Huh. Could have sworn that Sean shows up for this as well. The captain of the Enterprise. But I don't see him. Ah! Okay. Okay, yes, I do remember that now. Anyway, let's speak with Kerouac.
Welcome home.
We've gathered here, along with representatives from our allies in the Federation and the Klingon Empire, to witness the dawn of a new age. Harnessing the power of this gateway will change everything for our people. Yes, we must be cautious. The Dewans tried to do the same thing and it destroyed them. But we have been studying this gateway since Admiral Tajani helped us to discover it, and we believe that we understand where the Dewans went wrong. We now have the technology and knowledge we need to successfully adapt Iconian technology for our own use. You know I'm Admiral Tajani, right? We have a few final adjustments to make, and then we'll be ready to...
You think you have corrected the issue? Consider what happened to the Dewans, and what the result would be if the Romulans lose a second homeworld. I have encountered Iconian gateways twice before. In both those instances, the finest commanders I ever served found the technology to be too dangerous to preserve. It is difficult to believe that you have managed to do what they could not.
I mean, it's fair if both Cisco and Picard thought this would be a bad idea.
No problem.
Wait. Anyway. Ambassador Worf was invited here because of his experience with Iconian Gateways. He has been voicing his concerns with our decision to activate the gateway. My science teams are convinced that they have solved the problems in the past, but I fear that, like the Ambassador, some of my engineers have their doubts. Deacon and the Senate believe this to be an important step for the New Republic, but it is a step that we must take with our allies. We respect their opinions and want them to join us in this venture, just as the Bajorans and the Federation worked in tandem when the wormhole to the Gamma Quadrant was discovered. In the interests of easing some concerns, Ambassador, I invite you to take a final check of the data. Perhaps Admiral Jenny would be willing to assist you. I have no idea why I pronounced data that way. I am ready to assist you, Ambassador.
Acceptable. Admiral Carrick, I want to start by reviewing your science team's work.
Okay. Let's talk to Corrin.
Corrin, daughter of Grilka, captain of the mighty
Fortescue, that was it.
and victor of 100 battles.
She would much rather be on the front than here, but the Romulans are our allies now, and they have asked for our assistance. The High Council has dispatched the flagship of the fleet to show the strength of our friendship. Could have sworn Sean was here. Weird. The hell are you?
Iconian gateways can open up anywhere. You don't have to have another gateway to connect to.
That means the Iconians could show up anywhere. No wonder they controlled most of the Quadrant. Guess that means we need some extra firepower if they show up here. Yes, daughter of Grilka. Oh! Wait. No, that's the Oh, hello, Mr. Whiny Pants. I remember you. Okay, so that's the research team. That's who we're supposed to talk to. Is that really it? I guess that's it. Could have... Oh, right.
Commander Tiaru Jirak of the RRW Lisette.
The Republic has advanced enough that we need a flagship. Word was that you were seriously considered for a place on the Lisette. Maybe even for my seat. In the end, though, Admiral Carrick thought you could do more on the Decaying. Okay. That's cool. That they acknowledge that I'm a very high-achieving Romulan, and they don't have many commanders. So why didn't I get their Enterprise equivalent? My father was an admiral. He wanted to change the galaxy for me, for all children. He wanted us to be able to live our lives in peace, to be free. He was betrayed for his beliefs and lost everything. I grew up being watched by the Tal Shiar. I heard the whispers that said I was the child of a traitor. When Deacon told me of his plan, I knew this was the world that my father would have wanted. I left the Empress's fleet and never looked back. Cool. You know, one of my complaints about... One of the things I like about Star Trek TNG and disliked about Legend of Korra, is the old generation... When you do a new generation type thing, the old generation, you kind of want to have as minor elements. Which actually Legend of Korra didn't do too badly on. That was really more me responding to people complaining that they weren't the children of the characters from the first series. However, I'm actually okay with both Corrin and Jarok being the daughters of characters from TNG and DS9 respectively. Just because... Also, if I remember right, Corrin is also Worf's stepdaughter. And does not like him. But I like it for them, and that the captain of the Enterprise is not related to anyone we've seen before. Isn't even the same species as any major character we've had before. I like that because it highlights cultural differences. Being the child of someone important is more important in the Klingon and Romulan cultures than it is in the Federation. Alright, anyway. Let's talk to Mr. Cooper.
Oh, the gateway? Fascinating. Simply fascinating.
Oh, you're stopping there. The way the teams here have used alternative energy sources to supply the amount of power needed to reactivate it is... Of course, the Federation Science Council's position on Iconian technology is that it is very dangerous, and if used at all, it should be with extreme caution. Just the opportunity to study Iconian tech is exciting, but to actually see it in use? I never thought I'd have an opportunity like this. Cooper is, of course, the guy that, the scientist that we rescued from the planet that was being assimilated by the Borg, that later accompanied us to, interfluidic space, and was the only survivor of the destruction of the Venture, I think was the name of the ship that got destroyed in that mission. Anyway.
I'm sorry, did you need something?
I don't mean to be so distracted, but it's taken a lot of work and a lot of late nights to get here. Finally, we're ready. We've considered everything that could go wrong and planned for any contingency. The Dead Ones weren't as advanced technologically as we are. They hadn't even become a warp culture when they tried to repower the Gateway. We have advantages they could only dream of having. There's some risk, of course, but anything worth doing has some risk. We wouldn't be standing on a new homeworld for our people if we hadn't been willing to take a chance and challenge the Tal Shiar. How can I help?
With all due respect to you, Ambassador, I don't think there's anything to worry about.
Why is only the first paragraph of everything voiced? If you want, I'll review the data I keep doing data today, I don't know why. If you want, I'll review the data my team has collected with you. Admiral Tajani can review the power variance coefficient numbers for the Alpha, Gamma, and Delta monitors. Maybe I do need another set of eyes. I've had a lot of trouble sleeping. Why do people keep referring to me in the third person? I'll find those numbers. Okay, let's help them activate the thing. Where is the thing? It's here. Apparently. Ah, there it is.
Program initialized. Select monitoring program.
Our output levels... That's a lot of power. No, data and data are both accepted pronunciations. I just always say data, and it's weird that today I'm saying data. That's not how I say it.
Program initialized.
Everything's within acceptable levels. 1477, 4738.
Program
Great.
initialized. Program initialized. Select monitoring program.
Pylons are ready. Okay.
Were you able to find the coefficient
Oh,
numbers
God
for me?
damn it. They actually want me to remember this shit. Alpha was 45. Oh wait, no. Alpha was 14.
Alpha is 14. That looks correct. Are you sure? Were you able to find the code?
Oh my
Alpha
God.
is 4. Yes, that's correct. Gamma is 47.
Okay. Yeah.
Your numbers may be correct, but have you ever witnessed the power of one of these gateways outside of a holodeck? Well, I have. I was invited here to share my knowledge with those willing to listen. Even the best plans seldom survive contact with the enemy.
I mean, admittedly, this is major technology with massive ramifications and enormous dangers involved, but also, like, holy shit, what we could do with this. I mean, alright. An Iconian Gateway is a terrifying weapon. Especially in a setting where supernova bombs are or not supernova, but star-destroying bombs are a thing that exists. Because you can just open up a gateway inside of a star and then drop a bomb in it, and boom.
Yes, they've been asking for the final power variance numbers.
You could put soldiers anywhere you want, and then remove them just as easily. Like, it's powerful. It is really weird that, did I never actually successfully mute this? Oh my god, okay. Yeah, I agree that it is weird that Sean is not here.
I appreciate you speaking up about your concerns.
If our projections are off at all, we could end up freezing to death in caves just like the Dewans. This gateway is an extremely valuable resource, but is it worth losing everything we built here? I have new numbers for you.
Finally.
You want a full-time job here? I could use some help. These aren't too bad. Better than what we had before. Maybe this will work after all.
I agree that the simulations look promising, but I still have some concerns.
So do I.
No, I know for a fact Sean is in this mission. I don't know where he is. My team has the geothermal tap operational, and with the proper numbers, we can finally align the power flow to the gateway and activate it again. I'm happy to discuss your concerns with you, Ambassador, but I'll need someone to help with the final commands to raise the pylons while I monitor the power levels. Admiral, could you help? All of my team are busy with the tap, and we'll give the Ambassador and I some time to talk. I'd ask Adrana to do it, but she's got her hands full as it is. Tom invited you here, Ambassador. He had a good reason, and he's a good man. I trust him. If he thinks you have something important to say, we need to listen.
Perhaps we can find a solution that will ensure the safety of all of us. Show me your projections.
I'll activate the consoles and monitor the power readings. Okay. Where is that? That is here? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Ooh, steam. That's how you know it's working. The force field to keep you from falling in is a nice touch. Good to see that they are taking safety seriously. Romulan OSHA apparently actually exists, unlike everyone else in Star Trek. Oh yeah. Those are not actually connected, are they? Oops. Okay, my computer I used to monitor the chat just decided to randomly turn itself off, as it occasionally does. So 1 second while I reboot that. Okay, what are we doing next? We're going back to Commander Maya.
The numbers are good, but something seems off.
This gateway may not be exactly like the others we've encountered. Off?
Agreed. Sensor readings from the gateways I've encountered were significantly different than this. Could it be because of the power source you're using?
Readings like this make me wonder.
You open a door, and that means there's got to be something on the other side. Maybe this isn't a one-way trip. Do you think there's something on the other side trying to get in? That is an utterly terrifying thought. That makes me think of Third Space, the least bad of the Babylon 5 movies. Well, no. The least bad of the Babylon 5 movies that aren't in the beginning, which is the only good one.
The numbers aren't saying that exactly, but it's a real possibility.
I understand what the gateway means to my people, and I'm concerned about what could happen if we open it without taking more precautions. concerns.
Captains Sean and Corrin have been consulting with Kerek's security forces. I will ask Corrin to deploy some of her finest warriors.
Okay, so Sean is here.
I do not know Captain Sean, but he commands an enterprise. He must be a formidable man. He also has less enthusiasm for activating the gateway than others here. I am certain he has considered all the options.
I'll speak with Sean and see what our options are. Also, I like that we can just call the captain of the Enterprise Sean. You know? It just amuses me. Because it's a name. And a first name, at that. Okay, so... Oops. Have you just been hiding here the whole time?
How may I assist you?
Good to see you again, Admiral Jenny. How can I assist you? How's
The
that
team
close?
looks like it's almost done with the final checks. Make it quick.
Worf has some concerns. And because he can't come over and chat with a Starfleet officer without raising some eyebrows in his own delegation, he's sending you instead. Interesting. Tell him I share in his concerns about the gateway. What does he think we should do? He wants an option to neutralize the gateway if we need to.
I'll admit I've been dubious about this project from the start.
Some things are too powerful for anyone to have. Still, it's my job to do what Starfleet Command orders, so the Enterprise is here to assist and represent the Federation. But it's also my job to protect my ship and the Federation, so I had my engineers work up some contingency plans. Corrin is bringing in extra ground troops to deal with unwelcome visitors. That should help. My chief engineer worked up a few small spatial charges with enough power to take out the gateway. If we attach them to the base of the pylons, we'll be able to stop a disaster before it starts. I don't want to use them unless we have to. We're here at your invitation, after all. But I'd rather save your home world and deal with the diplomatic consequences and see what happens if the Republic loses New Romulus. So, what I was saying before about liking that he's not, you know, connected to characters we've seen prior to this era, that is why I have some serious mixed feelings about the fact that this chief engineer is Yoshi O'Brien. Placing charges. But on the other hand, it is entirely possible to go through the entire plot of the game without ever encountering that fact.
What are you... Ah, good idea.
Okay. Back to Admiral Kerak.
If all the preparations are complete, I see no reason to delay.
Prepare to activate the gateway. I really do not, Rabbit Cube. I really do not. Okay, let's do this.
Initiating final power transfer.
Power output rising. Levels are within expected parameters.
Activating gateway. We've got a spike. Attempting to compensate. No good.
Abort! Abort the mission!
Shut it down!
Detonating charges!
No effect! Get everyone out of the chamber! Into the gateway! Now! I knew that gateway would be trouble. We can't get a reading on where we are or how far we've traveled. The best we can figure out is that we are not in normal space anymore. And we are trapped.
Yeah, Arlari, we probably should have.
The scientists have been able to get a few readings from New Romulus, but the gateway was damaged. We cannot use it to return. A few people managed to grab some supplies on their way through the gateway. They might have something useful. Check the crates. Assist with the wounded. Once we have seen to the immediate problems, then we can worry about getting out of here.
Understood. So, first thing you'll notice, reference to the gateway being damaged and the fact that there is a gateway here, that is why I believe the readings were different. The gateway on New Romulus is not the same kind of Iconian Gateway seen in the TNG and DS9 episodes where they appeared. Those could send someone anywhere. This type appears to only be able to send you to other gateways. Possibly only other ones of the same type. And the same is apparently true of this one. Medical kits. From an unknown species. I'm sure that'll be very... Oh, wait, no. They said these were supplies they brought through the gate. Field rations and extreme weather portable shelters. Portable sensor units, tricorders, that kind of thing. So who do we have? We have Adrana and the security officer. An officer who might be slightly wounded, but isn't among the wounded. Ninyan and Koren. I think Ninyan might be Exinti, actually, which is neat. Mayek and a Romulan civilian. Worf. Sean. A couple of civilians. Yeah. It's my ankle. I can't put any weight on it. I hope we don't have to move quickly. I don't think I can walk, much less run. Rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Yay. It's my left arm. It hurts to move it. That sounds like a slim kind of situation. And have a band-aid. Why were you lying around whining about that? And why are you clutching your left arm? Actually, that's your right arm. When she's moving hers around. Rock him on his way through the gate. I actually think they've used this character design somewhere else. It looks familiar.
I believe I have found a way to open this door, but it will take two of us to override the controls. I think I can open this door, but I will need your assistance. Once I override the security protocols, you will need to rewire the primary motivator to release the locking clamps. Are you ready? Now, to see what lies beyond. Interesting. Are you detecting high trace levels of Tetrion radiation? My tricorder shows this to be a complex of some kind. There is another large room further down this hallway. I am picking up something beyond this door.
Just something. Helpful, Worf. Helpful.
As much as I hate to say this, we will cover more ground if we split up.
Agreed. We should keep in contact as we search.
Commander Nignon will accompany me.
I will accompany you.
Okay. I'll organize a security detail to remain here. Alright.
Come. We will find the way out.
So they're going in their two directions, and we'll go down the middle. I like the purpliness here. Goes well with my character's aesthetic. Okay. Environmental and life support controls. Data logs show that the environment was recently adjusted from settings non-compatible with most humanoid life. They were expecting us. Multi-adaptive life support system is technology beyond what is currently used by known alpha and beta quadrant civilizations, but appears to have the wear and tear of many decades of use. Ambient traces of Tetrion radiation detected.
I'm picking up some odd Tetrion readings, and we've been able to confirm that we're in subspace, but there's nothing conclusive yet.
I think we're in a medical facility, though it's not like any sickbay I've ever seen before. Interesting. Sean?
This facility is mostly automated. That doesn't mean it's abandoned.
We're keeping watch for automated security. Nothing we can't handle yet, but we found something interesting in this room. It looks like some sort of targeting array. We're going to try to find out more about it. Perhaps it's a way out.
Maybe it's a way to open a gateway to a location, without a corresponding one on the other end.
I'll check in when we know more. Sean out. Ambassador, I think we should take a closer look at that large console. Tholians do use Tetrion weapons, yes.
Good idea. If there is a targeting system and a medical bay, we may find the equivalent of a shuttle bay as well.
Agreed. This is the main control console for the environmental controls in this facility. The environment can be said to accommodate a wide range of humanoid and non-humanoid species. Whoever used these controls last set the environment for a breathable oxygen-nitrogen mixture that is standard for most humanoid species. We cannot determine how long it has been since they were last accessed.
We have not heard from the security detail. We need to check in with them.
That's not good.
Are you sure something here is not blocking our communicators? This is suspicious. We should check in with Karn and Sean's teams.
Captain Corin, come in.
Corin here.
We haven't found anything in this direction yet. I'll return to our starting location and find out what's happened. Good luck. Sean?
I've found what appears to be some sort of targeting system.
Huh, that's strange. Captain Sean, what is it?
Did you hear that?
We should... Ensign, look out!
Captain Sean's team is in trouble. Hurry!
And now there are enemies on the map. Sean's tricorder. Still recording, but there's a 4-minute gap in the file. Starfleet issue phaser. This one had several adjustments made to it to maximize the power. Work is impressive. Remains of a comm badge are smashed on the floor along with a smear of blood.
No sign of Sean's team.
Standard issue toolkit.
We are not alone here.
Ansel Sean was carrying one left. It appears to be a targeting system of some sort with settings for 6 coordinates. It shares some characteristics with the transporter, but the technology is so far beyond what you've seen before that you're not sure you would be able to operate it. Why 6 coordinates? Yeah, he does. It makes sense. He came up through the tactical officer route. Also, other than it being a Stargate reference, why 6 coordinates?
We should rendezvous with Korn and the others.
Even given that the fact that we're in subspace indicates they're dealing with at least one extra dimension, that would seem to be 4. Oh, that was easy. Barely even got to attack us. And everyone is gone.
They would not have left without their supplies or weapons. Can you hail them?
Oh yeah, there are, like, things lying around. Anyone?
We must find Korn and the others.
For reasons of plot, I can tell you that time is not one of them. Iconian Gateways cannot do time travel. We may find the answers we seek there. We need to hurry. We're all in danger here. Alright, let's go the way Corrin's team went.
Wait. I know this place. I have been here before.
Remember this?
This table. I saw one just like it when I served on the Enterprise.
Yeah, no, I know she did. She was wrong. It's a plot thing that shows up later.
Blood. Klingon and Farasin. Korrin put up a fight. There are data entries here that correspond.
Yeah, that is
to
the
our
plot
missing
thing
people.
that I was being deliberately
They will
vague
be
about.
taken for examination soon. It was a Solanogen-based race, and I have seen this before. When I served on the Enterprise, we attracted attention of aliens who existed solely in subspace. They abducted us, experimented on us. We did not know why, but their actions went far beyond mere curiosity. We were able to stop them before they established a pocket of subspace on board the ship, but not before they sent a burst of energy through. If these aliens served the Iconians, that energy could have been a message.
Yes, it is, Fruit Bat.
Korrin was not taken without a fight. Of that I am sure. And this table has not been used yet. These aliens must be holding the others. It is only a matter of time before they will be examined as well, and the experiments can be deadly. Everyone here is in danger. We must find and free them. There is a holding area down this hall. We should... Automated defenses! Defend yourself! That Guardian was damaged by a disruptor. Corrin's work.
Are you gonna, like, explode or something? I think we're having the bug where enemies don't do their death animations. Hopefully it was just that one.
We can overload the power cell from that Guardian.
Oh, no. That wasn't a bug.
Blast through the door.
It was deliberate that it's still here. Unauthorized beings apprehended, taken. So the automated defenses did all of that. The aliens did not.
Be ready. There may be more Guardians beyond this door.
There's some damaged Guardians. Some shit has gone down here. Why is this pen empty? That's creepy. Oh, that one's active. Desiccated corpse. It is not from a species you recognize. So this place is in active use. And here's Corrin and Hadrona.
I don't see Captain Sean or Mayak here.
It's a
There's
very
no
good question.
more time.
We need to stop wandering around this place and get back to New Romulus. Staying here is only going to get more of us killed.
No. There is still someone missing who could be saved. We are not leaving without them.
He's right. We keep looking. What's back here that's interactable with? Oh, that's the Guardian in the hallway. Also, we don't actually know how to get home. So, we may as well keep looking for them. Hang on, sorry. Okay. Oops. Okay. No, the clicky guys! Oh, that's that thing. There we go. Sean is pale and unresponsive. His breathing is shallow and his pulse rate is dropping. He requires immediate medical attention. This place is very purple. Tricorder scan shows that Sean's left arm and both antennae have been surgically amputated and then reattached. An unknown foreign substance has been introduced into his lymph nodes and his superior vena cava has collapsed. Sean's cardiovascular and lymphatic systems have been seriously damaged by the experiments. He requires immediate medical attention. Regenerate veins, restore circulatory function, purge lymph nodes.
What happened? How... Can you help Mayak?
Quick tricorder scan reveals that Mayak's blood has been completely replaced with a synthetic liquid polymer. Even immediate medical attention would be no help. Mayak survived so much after the loss of the homeworld, only to die here in some sort of experiment. Respectfully remove his communicator and identification so you can return them to New Romulus. If you find whoever did this to them, they won't be treated so kindly.
There's nothing more we can do here.
If we want any hope of finding other survivors or stopping what's happening on New Romulus, we need to keep moving. Ambassador?
Agreed. The best way to honor Mayak's memory is to save his new home.
Agreed. Okay, then.
The gateway energy signature is emanating from somewhere across this expanse. We need to find a way across.
My scans indicate there's some sort of control system at work.
I'm picking up more of those automated defenses.
They're at my tricorder's maximum range, but they will be upon us quickly. Wounded are too weak to put up a fight. We should cross quickly and make our stand from a position of strength.
You should scout ahead. Korn and Sean will remain with the injured and defend them if the Guardian drones arrive.
Agreed. So, this place is very large. And very lavender.
We will escort the others when the way is clear.
So, there are two paths. And suddenly, there's Earth. System sold. Dominant species human. Servitor presence. Level 4 surveillance in effect. Ideal site for harvesting. Servitor races have used disease epidemics and internal conflicts in ancient past to gather specimens for study. Population is numerous but mostly peaceful. Poor candidates for servitor status. High creativity levels and self-preservation instinct make them inclined to fight rather than submit when faced by overwhelming foe. See Borg for more information. Can be aggressive when threatened. Recommend that all activities in the system be covert until invasion is launched. Target for extermination. If Sol system is eliminated, models show the political entity known as Federation may collapse.
The Sol system.
Oh my god. Yeah. These structures are fantastic. I love them. They're so alien. Okay. Ah! We can extend bridges. Okay, so this one appears to go to a dead end, so we'll do that one first. So, there appears to be some sort of invisible hologram projector over there. Storage facility Z98. Oh, we can't see anything. Okay. Purpose, supply and transport servitor troops during expansion and pacification actions. Capacity, 4.7 million units. Docking stations, 220. Current status, error. Alert! Storage facility Z98 has been in status mode for error cycles. Connection to gateway network unstable. It rather is, yes. Though they do say may. Alright, let's do this one now. Did I not? There we go. System Chronos, and there it is right behind us. Or right ahead of us. Dominant species Klingon. Servitor presence, level 4 surveillance in effect. Aggressive, warlike species that dominates this area of space. Strong tendencies to fight rather than submit. Harvesting programs are passive and problematic, only successful when used in concert with internal conflict. Possible candidate for servitor race, key members of government entities known as Great Houses could be used to direct rest of population. Military structure in most organization makes population already accustomed to taking orders from superiors. Recommend study of honor in society for use as a tool for control. If population can be absorbed to servitor species, it would be a great addition to our fighting strength. If they cannot, extermination must be swift. We cannot give the Klingons a chance to organize against us.
Kronos. This is not a holodeck. It is a live image of my world.
Okay. So, green one looks like it once again goes to a dead end. Anyway, let's see what we've got now. Oh, we've got a planet. Is that New Romulus? I'm not sure. System Vandros 4, Dominant Species Dominion. Servitor presence, level 9 surveillance in effect. Dominion scientists discovered an intact... Oh, this is the planet with the gateway from DS9. Dominion scientists discovered an intact gateway 37 cycles ago, but it was destroyed by opposition forces before they could activate it. There are other gateways in the region that remain inactive. Agents are in place to stop the Dominion from discovering the location of these gateways before we are prepared. As to the Dominion themselves, we recommend observation but no engagement. The Dominion are organized and used to subjugating large numbers of species spread across a large area of space. When the Alpha and Beta quadrants are firmly under our control, then we will have the resources needed to conquer the Dominion as well.
Vandros 4. I remember this world. We found an Iconian Gateway there during the Dominion War.
Alert! Connection to gateway network unstable. Immediate attention required. Gateway 7,255. Gateways inactive 5,967. Gateways damaged or inoperable 880. Alert! Gateways in Andromeda active. Alert! Unauthorized connection to network detected in Bogus system. That would be Terrace. And... holy shit, the Iconian Gateway network goes all the way to Andromeda. I think you may be right. Wow. I did not realize that was a thing. Excuse me. Alright, we got another planet. That, I think, might be New Romulus. Yep, New Romulus. Dominant species, Romulan. You missed some time? What do you mean? Did the thing cut out? Video? Level 8 surveillance in effect. Survivors of Romulan extermination have gathered on the site of the former Day 1 homeworld. They have uncovered sites belonging to servitor races and are attempting to reactivate Gateway. If Gateway is successfully activated, they may threaten an entire network. Attempts to use Lacy to eliminate threat unsuccessful. Alliance with Tal Shiar are problematic. Romulans as a species show more self-determination and willpower than in previous, Huh. Weird. Did anyone else see that? Leader known as Selah must be controlled or eliminated. Several key members of Romulan Republic Gateway team have been taken for additional study without their knowledge. Brain scans of researcher Adrana, she's with us, have yielded vital information about Project. Agents have used that information to destabilize Gateway. If activated, seismic instability will affect entire planet. Expected outcome is 70% reduction in population. Remaining survivors must not be allowed to form organized groups. Recommend subsuming them into a Lacy as soon as possible.
New Romulus. The tectonic activity is getting worse.
Okay.
We must find a way to stop it.
I guess it was just a thing for you, Arlari. Sorry. Also, yes, we definitely need to do something about the impending devastation of New Romulus. Also, don't remember if we had it previously, but confirmation that the Lacy are working for the Iconians. Also, apparently, the aliens that were kidnapping and experimenting on people in that one TNG episode. System, Iconia. Dominant species, none. Servitor presence, level 1 surveillance in effect. The homeworld is still unsuitable for habitation, although servitor races have begun subspace modifications in preparation for invasion. When Quadrant is pacified, we will use forced labor to terraform world for our return. All must be as it was.
I know this planet.
Is there no, oh, here's the alternate path. Oops. I meant to use the console, not scan the gas. Oh well. I guess I got some Trionia. Safety measure Theta 6 in effect due to gateway instability. All space gateways for large ship movements have been withdrawn to subspace until network instability is addressed or proper activation codes are transmitted. Okay. What is that? System Quara. Dominant species, Quarren. Level 6 surveillance in effect. Industrious and technologically advanced planet. Extremely low level of automation means population must constantly refresh workforce. Use of radioactive mines to infect ship crews and bring them to Quara is interesting, but ultimately inefficient. We would require greater amounts of low servitors to pacify Delta Quadrant than this method would provide. Recommend cooperation and eventual inclusion as a servitor race. In exchange for their loyalty and detailed information on their indoctrination techniques, we will alleviate their manpower problems. Oh. This is the planet from that one Voyager two-parter. I think it was a two-parter. That kidnapped people and then brainwashed them to work for them and gave them like whole new identities. That is definitely a scary thing for galaxy-conquering ancient super tech people to want.
The Delta Quadrant? Does the Iconian influence reach so far?
Did you not see the thing about them being in Andromeda? Yes, it apparently does. And the Gamma Quadrant. We knew they were in the Gamma Quadrant. You visited the planet in the Gamma Quadrant with the Gateway. Ship, Obelisk 1. Servitor, Solana. Status, ready to deploy. Activation codes, authorized. Waiting for navigational input. There is a ship here. Also, we now know the names of the Solanagen-based aliens. It is the extremely creative Solanic. Aha, we've reached something different.
This appears to be some sort of master control panel. I believe we can use it to open a gateway.
Huh. Nice for Bat.
Can we access the database? We must know what the Iconian plans are.
Okay, hang on. Take care of this in a second, but first... there. You take care of defense. Where are they? Are they anywhere? Seems to be one shooting at warp, but when I... Aha!
We need to download the data and move everyone here before more Guardians arrive.
Oh, that was it?
I will remodulate the power system while you reroute the flow.
That's a star chart. Are all those markers Iconian gateways?
Look! That's the new Romulus gateway!
How do I know which to do? Let's try blue. Nope. Oh, green, red. What? Green. Red. There's blue, red, green, yellow?
The gateway on New Romulus was reset.
Okay.
It wasn't the only one. Ambassador, we'll cover you as you download the data.
Okay, we just rebooted the entire gateway network.
They know we're here, and I don't think they're happy.
Do you hear that? That doesn't sound good.
I'm pretty
Security
sure
reinforcements are
all
inbound.
of those
We
swarming
should use
things.
this
Yeah,
gateway.
those are all security robots.
We're out of time!
I have downloaded what I can. It is time to leave. We have cut the network's connection to the new Romulus gate, which should stabilize the situation there. There will be some damage on new Romulus, but it could have been far worse.
Yeah, let's get the heck out of here.
This is a bridge. We have walking wounded, but some of us can still serve. Where do you want us?
Sensor and deflector dish controls. Although Adriana lacks combat experience, she is the best choice for this station. Excuse me. Primary weapons control. Gotta be Worf. They really probably should have. Engineering. Corin. Shields and power tactical. That's Sean.
We have saved the Romulans' home world, but the gateways are open now. All of them. We do not know who will use them. It may be the Alachi, or it may be something far worse. We must warn everyone of what is coming.
Activate the gateway and take us out.
Receiving tactical telemetry. I'm detecting another gateway in the Reroute system. It's big. Ship-sized.
The gateway is transmitting a high-band subspace signal. Sensors are picking up Alachi ships on an intercept course.
I suggest we go there and contact New Romulus for reinforcements.
Not from here. I can make a gateway for us and set a destination close by, though.
Taking us out. Sensors show that we are in the Reroute system. Systems are all reading normal, but object sighted near the ship. It is an Iconian Gateway.
I'm very glad to see you all safely returned.
Titan, sit
When
down!
the quakes began, we lost all communications with the gateway chamber, and feared the worst. But where did you go? Through the gateway? And what is that ship? I've never seen anything like it.
I'll provide a full report as soon as I can. Suffice to say that we had to open the entire Iconian Gateway network to save New Romulus.
You reset. Elements preserve us.
Could be hundreds of gates. Thousands! Are they all active now? There's a ship-sized gateway hidden in subspace in this system.
Enough talk. The gateway is transmitting a signal. I am picking up a corresponding one from an entire fleet of Alachi ships on an intercept course. Send every available ship. We must fight if we are to survive.
Okay.
Sending reinforcements now. Good luck, and may the elements protect us all.
We will hold the Alachi here until reinforcements arrive.
We will hold off the Alachi until Allied forces
Yes, I
arrive.
just said that. So, I like evasive maneuvers Sean is a thing. And Worf's also got some unique officer powers. What's that? Oh, right, fighters. This is a carrier. Oh, and they are here now. Am I stuck on something? What's going on? I better not be moving. Oh no, I am.
Hold the Alachi until reinforcements arrive.
Understood.
More Alachi inbound. Hold them up.
Oh, something hit me with a...
to prevent the destruction
No?
of your new homeworld.
Glad you can make it, Enterprise.
The Alachi can send their entire fleet. We will not fall. There is still the matter of what to do about the gateway. That discussion cannot.
Back to you in a second, Lord. Okay, now we can talk.
There is still the matter of what to do about the gateway. That discussion cannot be delayed.
I like the design of it.
The Alachi forces have been destroyed. No further hostiles inbound. Captain Shan, the Enterprise should scan the gateway. We need to know more.
Agreed. But we should destroy that gateway now, while we still have the chance.
No! That gateway is in Romulan space. It belongs to the people of the Romulan Republic.
Another invading force could arrive at any moment.
Afraid of a fight, Captain?
Corrin, prudence is not cowardice. The gateways are powerful. They may be too much for any of us to control.
We should disable it before it becomes another threat to the Romulans, and to us all.
How is this different from the wormhole near Bajor? This is a strategic and scientific asset, and it belongs to my people. Captain Sean, if you destroy the gateway, I can assure you that Titan will reconsider our friendly relations with the Federation.
The Klingon Empire will fully support our Romulan allies in this matter.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. Sir, we've been scanning the gateway.
What did you find?
The terminus is at a fixed point now. We can determine that. But then, I don't know what we picked up, but the monitors on the bridge are all showing an Omega. We're locked out of the computer, and engines are offline. We need you back on the Enterprise, sir.
I see. That changes things significantly.
Indeed it does. I should return to the Borderskew. Worf will be waiting for you. Corrin to the Borderskew. One to transport.
I should return to New Romulus immediately.
Ambassador.
Interesting that Corrin knows what that Omega means.
I wish we could have had that talk.
Agreed. Another time. Send my regards to your chief engineer, Captain.
I'll let Chief O'Brien know. Sean to Enterprise. Transport me directly to my ready room.
Today was a glorious battle. You have won much honor for yourself and your allies. It seems there are larger conflicts that all of our people will need to face. If we are to survive, we may need to face them together. It was an honor to fight beside you.
Yeah, apparently not. And that's that. You ready to leave the system, sir? Perfect. And then we had this ship over to the Romulan government for study. It is actually possible to purchase a ship. So that ship was available. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, Instinct. I almost said shut up Titan again. But he's just giving us our mission rewards. Regrettable that so many gateways were unlocked. I know together we will face the future. Governments will be in contact in regards to this Omega situation. When we're prepared to act, you will be involved. Alright, my choices are an ancient omnidirectional anti-proton beam or a subspace rift warp core, which cannot be used by warbirds. Great. I guess the anti-proton beam I'm not going to use it is. So... yeah. It's not a premium exclusive. It was a, event reward. The mission we just played was originally released as a featured mission for an event. And grinding it earned you points towards getting that ship permanently. I believe there is no way to get it now. Unless you buy it for a bajillion energy credits on the exchange. There is also available to purchase with money. You can get a warbird, or for other factions, other ships, that incorporates design elements from that ship. And yes, that beam was a part of what made the anti-proton beam meta. The bigger thing, though, was the 1 year that there was a torpedo that did anti-proton damage instead of kinetic damage, but otherwise behaved like a torpedo. Which meant it was a torpedo that was affected by damage increasing, by anti-proton damage increasing stuff instead of torpedo damaging increasing stuff. Alright. We are going to continue in a minute, but first, I am going to refill my water, pee, all of that good stuff. Back in a flash. Ah. Oh. I return. Okay. Let us... Thank you. Continue. I believe circles within circles is the next thing. Oh yeah, how am I doing on the event campaign? Not well. Oh well. Yeah. Alright. Anyway. We are on circles within circles. Discovery and activation of the Gateway and the Reroute system means we can send ships rapidly to explore the Solanae Dyson sphere. An alliance force comprised of ships from the Romulan Republic, Federation, and Klingon Empire have agreed to work together to study the sphere and establish a zone of control there. They need skilled captains and crews willing to join the fight. Oh, yes. I guess that thanks, Barbecue. I guess that really didn't come up explicitly in the previous mission. That was a Dyson sphere that we were on that had the huge internal space and the cool-looking buildings. Excuse me. Travel through the Gateway and contact Allied Joint Command once you reach the Solanae Dyson sphere in the Delta. And it's apparently located in the Delta Quadrant. Okay. Actually, I thought it was located really far out in the Beta Quadrant. I thought they said that somewhere else. Huh. Alright, well, anyway. Apparently, once it came out of subspace, it was in the Delta Quadrant. Let's do this. Step 1. Go to the Gateway. But oh hey! Oops. Let's actually go to the Gateway. Okay. Welcome to the Dyson Sphere. I really like the aesthetics in here. Also, we apparently didn't waste any time putting up our flag. Good. Welcome to the Delta Quadrant, Admiral. A journey that once took 30 years at maximum warp now takes mere minutes. Did we just go as far as Voyager did? Not quite. We're on the border of the Delta Quadrant. Oh, okay. So it's on the Beta-Delta border. Specifically, we are within the Solanae Dyson sphere, a spherical structure built around a star. The sphere itself has a diameter that is nearly 200 million kilometers, or the equivalent of 250 million M-class planet surfaces. Yes, definitely some implied time has passed. My randomish guess would put it in the weeks to months range. How much of this sphere has been explored? You're looking at it. The sphere is huge and it could take us a lifetime to completely understand its construction and technology. We're taking it slow until you know more. That's where you come in. We could use help from the Decaying. Before we get started, though, Sub-Commander Cole wants you to receive a briefing about Omega particles from our Chief Scientist. I'll speak with the Chief Scientist. Okay, where is the Chief Scientist? Back here? Is that the Chief Scientist? No. Is that the Chief Scientist? Back there? Same place as what, Rabbit Cube? I guess that is what we're going for.
Come in. I have a special assignment that requires a delicate touch. A science ship on patrol in grid Beta 53-30 received an encrypted message from the Voth. This wasn't a message from a military ship or the Voth leadership. This was an encoded short-ranged burst from a Voth science outpost. I think we may have a friend in the enemy's ranks.
Oh!
It'd be best if any communication from our side didn't come from our leadership, for reasons you'll soon see. I want you to pursue a dialogue with this individual. See if we can turn them into an ally. That is all.
Okay.
I'm trying to contact any member of the mammalian occupying force who is willing to open negotiations. I am Nellen Exel of the Voth Circle of Archaeology, and I believe that we have common scientific goals that can only be achieved without the interference of our respective militaries.
Yeah, I screwed up.
Alongside the best minds of the Voth circles of science, I have been studying this celestial structure, its function and its original inhabitants. Our work has yielded some troubling information for those seeking to uphold the doctrine that we are the original intelligent species in the Delta Quadrant. The Voth Ministry of Elders maintains that science is only valid if it supports their own fictions of history. I've lost too many colleagues to this terrible government censorship. What I've been able to discover on my own and away from government interruptions is that this sphere was created by a race under direct control of a species called the Iconians. Even ignoring the huge cache of records we found here, the mere existence of this sphere proves that there are powerful entities my government refuses to acknowledge, perhaps to our ultimate doom. I will not be so naive. Left high and dry by my own people, I am left with few options. There must be a sympathetic ear out there that realizes we have entered the nest of an enemy that neither of us are prepared to face alone.
Yes, they are, Fruit Bat. The Voth. So, okay. Some stuff. Because I accidentally... So, I mentioned before, there are some places in the game where there is story stuff that you access as you level up in the reputation system. That was what you get for leveling up in the Dyson Sphere reputation path. Which I've been doing off screen. I've been doing all the ones that I know have story stuff in them. That we were not supposed to see until we'd actually done some stuff here. But it reveals some of what is coming. The Voth found this place too, which makes sense. They're native to the Delta Quadrant and nomadic and widespread. I don't know. So this was not the right room to enter, I think. Oh, I think now I see where I'm supposed to go. And, yeah, actually, that was the main thing. Does seem to be... Okay, hang on. I need to... Okay. There's the scientists. They are in here. Oh my god, there's a pathway up here. But yeah, in the Voyager episode that introduced them, the Voth were dogmatically convinced that here we go. That they were native to the Delta Quadrant and evolved naturally there, as opposed to having been moved there by someone who most fans take to be the Preservers, though I have stated before my issues with just how long the Preservers appear to have been active, if you go by fan theories. But this game goes by those fan theories, so probably they were. Hello, Admiral. Cal has asked me to be brief, as there's a lot to be done. we found massive amounts of omega particles being produced within the Dyson sphere. These particles are extremely unstable, and when detonated, they will damage subspace, making warp travel impossible in vast areas around the detonation site. In the past, we've only had to deal with small amounts of omega particles. Now we have a structure that is mass-producing them for an unknown purpose. The plan is twofold. First, we must find and destroy any existing omega particles. Secondly, we must discover whatever is producing them at such an alarming rate and stop it. Federation and Klingons have agreed to join an alliance with the Romulan Republic in order to see this done. These particles threaten us all. This would be simple, except for, well, perhaps it's best if you hear more from Sub-Commander Cal. He's asked to speak with you. Very well, I'll talk to him. Shoot, we may not actually be able to finish this mission until we do all... Because Sub-Commander Cal, I believe, is the contact for, the, leveling up the rep missions. We may not be able to finish this one until we've done all of those. Which, fortunately, all of them just consist of running back and forth talking to people. Oh. Nope!
Welcome to the Solanae Dyson sphere.
Oh, now
he's
welcome.
Commander Cole. This is the main command center for Joint Alliance Command. A multi-species task force willing to work together toward a common goal, for now at least. The gateway you use to get here is in Republic space, so the Republic is taking the lead here as well. Our mission? To destroy the omega particles this sphere creates, and neutralize its ability to generate more. The first scouts into the sphere confirmed that it was producing massive amounts of omega particles for an unknown purpose. Given enough time, this sphere could produce enough omega particles to completely annihilate warp travel in all known quadrants of the galaxy. We thought this would be a sweep and clear operation, but we were waylaid by a species known as the Voth. The Voth claim to be natives of the Delta Quadrant, are extremely technologically advanced, and they want the sphere. Now we're in a fight for control. The Voth are determined to gather the omega particles. We're still determining why, but this is a threat to all warp-capable civilizations. I can't stress enough how important it is that we stop the Voth and neutralize the omega particles. There's a lot to do. Shall we get started?
Okay. So we have finished that mission. Oops. Oh, we resolved circles within circles. New directives for you from Allied Joint Command, Admiral. But I don't want that. I want... Not right now. Here we go. No, that's not it. Where did... There it is. Are you gonna make me watch it again?
Ah.
Okay. Redid that. No. Maybe if I walk near him, it'll trigger the next one? Nope. Ah! Nope. I do not know how to access the other ones. Oh wait, they're all right there. It's saying go to Science Lab. Okay. There it is. So I need to progress that. I'm just going to do all of the reputation arc stuff first. Or at least, I'm going to do this one and then continue the plot. Maybe I'll alternate them. Let's see. This is the science lab, isn't it? No? Yes? Maybe? Doesn't seem to be. Go to science lab. Well, if this isn't the science lab... this. That's the exchange. Where does this take us? Nope. That's like shops and stuff. Okay. Maybe it was another direction from... Wait, his office was a dead end, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Was it not? Oh, what's this? Why is this circled? Oh! Oh!
I was pleased to receive your message, even if I have to keep this conversation a secret from everyone I know. There are many topics that have been deemed controversial and off-limits. Inquisitors examine our work on a regular basis, but questions need to be asked if we are to maintain any sort of scientific credibility. Have you ever wondered at the fact that both our people were able to enter this sphere from opposite ends? That we could move through halls, through rooms, through entire buildings without finding another living thing? Until we encountered one another. The Ministry of Elders would have me publish papers claiming that this sphere was created by our ancestors. But why would they abandon this place? Why would anyone abandon this place? As far as I can tell, this place was commissioned but not built by a race called the Iconians. A war forced them to abandon their home in favor of this more strategic location. Imagine how many fleets of warships could fit inside here, fed by food grown on thousands of hectares of carefully constructed surfaces, powered by the entire energy of a star, and all waiting to ambush from the dark space of the night sky. The Voth are not warmongers. We have taught doctrine to weaker species, but weapons are usually not required. When the Voth have encountered opposition, we have resisted attempts by others to add us to their own ranks. Fights between evenly matched adversaries tend to be futile. A sphere might convince some that the odds have shifted in our favor. Which brings us back to my first question. Why did the original inhabitants of the sphere leave? Did they feel safe and pick a fight against a superior enemy and lose? Or were they forced to leave by some internal flaw in their fortress? We may all be doomed to the fate of those who lived here before if we aren't careful.
End of file.
So yeah, in regards to what R was saying earlier, this place is incredibly powerful, totally shifts the balance of power in favor of the Romulans, or at least it would, if not for the fact that the Romulans have a population of approximately 12 and no infrastructure. Given people and time, this could be incredible for the Romulans. If we can hold on to it from the Voth. Or make peace with them. Either or. Alright, which of those missions he's offering is actually the next one? If I look at Select Dyson, Supply Woes is the next one. While the minefield helps to keep Voth ships from entering Allied space en masse, occasionally the Voth will slip one or two small vessels through with their advanced cloaking devices. We have a range of tachyon probe frequencies that can sometimes detect Voth ships, but we need to get up close to have any chance of success. We want the Deshayera to search this zone for any Voth ships that might be hiding. Cool. Okay. Shit. Also true, R.
We run missions here from Joint Command, the center of all Allied operations. This is the supply depot. We use it to ship supplies to our forces and to store any unusual or dangerous technologies we find here. This region is the minefield. It is used as a barrier to keep Voth forces out, although some still slip by. And this is the ion stream, a series of structures moving a high volume of charged particles and exotic radiation through the area. Each of these areas could use your help. Good luck.
Okay. One thing I love about this place, but also kind of hate, this is us moving at top goddamn speed. But things here are so huge that we seem to be crawling. And yeah, pretty much. New Romulus for starships is a good way to put it. There's a lot of little errand missions. I personally find it less bad than New Romulus simply because it's, you know, space-based and the space combat is more fun than the ground stuff. Come on, let's get our shields back. The USS Iberia could use help in the ion stream. Okay. Also, it's just generally a lot faster paced than the New Romulus stuff, which was kind of obnoxiously slow. Even though, again, the scale of stuff here makes that, not super obvious. Also, there's just some really cool aesthetic here. Like, New Romulus is pretty, but this is both pretty and deeply weird. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Let's find the high picture. Like, there's an eeriness to this place that New Romulus doesn't have. Nonetheless, it is telling that after New Romulus and this, they stopped having entire arcs set in social zones. Oh, I'm supposed to be neutralizing the clouds, aren't I? Somehow. Where are these clouds? Unclear. Like, that sure looks like a cloud. That's not good. Yes? No? Perhaps? No? Okay. Maybe that's not what I'm looking for. I'm confused. Is that pointing me to a cloud? Let's see. Also, why am I only at 3/4 speed? Why is that arrow pointing behind me if... I'm confused. Oh! Yep, there it is. They're nowhere near the area I was told they would be in. Okay. That's a 1. That's a 2. And a 3. And a 4. Cool. Now back to the hibernation. Look. What class of ship is that? Is that a frickin'... Yeah, that's a frickin' Odyssey class. Look at how tiny it is next to everything here. Good to see you, Admiral. See the ion streams? The energy in them can be rerouted to the power cells of a starship and delivered to other areas of the sphere. This energy helps us better understand how the sphere activates. Can the Shire take some of the ion stream's energy to our tower in the minefield? Yeah, pretty much. That about sums it up. Rabbit Cube. So 1. Like, that thing is, we're flying toward, is far enough away that ships are invisible at that distance. Like, those ships are much closer. Start everything we can. Oh, still one more. to the Allied minefield tower. This place is really honkin' big, by the way, and that's only a tiny, tiny fraction of the actual Dyson sphere. Also, we got a shield wall and a minefield, because why wouldn't we? We'll put the energy to good use, but we need more help here, Admiral. The minefield is the last line of defense against the Voth moving in from the contested zone. Several of our mines have stopped working and we don't know why. Can the Dishira scan some of the deactivated mines and determine the problem? Sure. Single mine. Okay, there's one here. Why am I not seeing it? Where are you, disabled mine? That is apparently like right. The heck? Okay, slow the fuck down and go. Is that it? No. There it is. Definitely remotely disabled, can't get further readings. Another! Some mines may just be crappy. Voth are transporting the parts out of the mines. Contact Joint Command with this info. Thank you for your assistance, Admiral. You said that the Voth are remotely disarming mines by transporting parts out of them? We'll see what we can do to get around that. For now, you and the Dishira are needed elsewhere, specifically in the contested zone. Speak with me again when you're ready for the assignment. I think probably I want that, but let's see. 17.5 flight speed, so faster than what I've got. 0.18 turn rate, so equivalent to what I've got. Yeah. Oh, but I lose my set stuff. I wasn't using my set stuff.
The Solanae Dyson sphere is a great mystery, and one to which the Romulan Republic must vigorously lay claim. Various task groups are fighting the Voth and digging into the spires inside the sphere to defend our foothold there. Make sure that everyone knows the Republic is going to be a full partner in this venture.
Okay. No, stop that. Oh, this is one task force operations things. Hang on. I don't want to do those. You know, the 5-player things. Yeah. Nope. They're battles against the Voth. More operations outside of the Allied zone. Contested drone is right rear borders. You can use your help there. Travel to the contested zone and see what you can do. Okay. I believe I'm in the contested zone. Oh wait, no, apparently not. I'm still in Allied space. Where's the contested zone? No, I'm considered to be in the contested zone. I guess. I think? That's where I am. But isn't this the contested zone? Ah, yes, okay.
This is the contested zone. Our forces here are in a constant conflict with the Voth. There are 5 fronts in the zone, and each of them need your help. Here, we are fighting the Voth over towers that are critical to our control of the zone. I would advise you help only if you have other starships to provide support. In the center of the contested zone is the battle zone. Commander Arnold is leading the ground fight there against the Voth. He needs anyone who's willing to assist. Make no mistake about this. The contested zone is an active conflict. Be careful out there.
I do not know that reference, Rabbit. Alright. And another. Ground war waging as we speak in the battle zone. Commander Arnold is commanding Allied forces in an attempt to gain control over Omega particle silos. Unfortunately, the Allied forces there are understaffed and under-equipped. They're too far away from the supply depot for us to reliably send supply shipments, and they can always use more combat-ready recruits. Commander Arnold and his forces could use your help. Alright, so this appears to be another one. Go to the place. Ah, okay. Gotcha. That looks like wreckage. Oh, I guess there has been combat here. Ah. There's a lower limit to how low I can go. Because once I go that low, the atmosphere is too dense, I guess? I mean, it certainly looks like there's an atmosphere up there. Or, wait, no. That's just... Oh, that's just the sphere I'm seeing. Oh god, that's confusing. I flew through the central spire, apparently. Okay. And that would be the area that we're fighting over. With ground forces. But it appears to actually want me to be up. Is that the Daenerys? Of course, who am I to talk? My ship's named after Hawkgirl. No, now it wants us to go down. I guess it just wants us to enter. Yeah, okay.
This is the Voth battle zone. Our goal is to take control of at least one Omega particle silo. Here's how we do it. This is a map of the battle zone. There are 3 regions, each made up of multiple capture points. When the Voth hold a capture point, it is red. When we take control of a capture point, it will change to blue. Capturing points advances us towards our goal, represented by this meter. When it is full, we can make our final push to stop the Voth at the Omega particle silos. We must capture at least one of these silos to claim this battle zone for the Alliance. Good luck.
So, I'm not going to do the battle zone. I would just like to share that when you do the last boss of it, that the Voth unleash is a T-Rex with a laser beam strapped to its head. Anyway, we could use our help driving the Voth away from the control towers in the contested zone. Towers are integral to our control of the area. Can you take the fight to the Voth? Sure. Go to the space around the contested zone. Yeah, kind of. Kind of, Rabbit Cube. Okay, so what am I doing? Ah, I'm fighting Voths in various places. Like there. You were just goddamn there. Where did you go? Okay. That one appears to be the closest. It has the biggest arrow. Okay. Are you here? Apparently 2 or 4 of them have already been killed, and I don't even know where I haven't even found them. Are other people fighting them as well? Is this a social area? I guess it is. Oh, and that one just died too, didn't it? Yeah, I guess other people are fighting them, and I'm seeing, like, flickers of it. Yeah, there goes number 3. Well, this is going to be frustrating yet easy. Wait, I just saw you. You are 82 units in this direction? I'm confused. I'm deeply, deeply, deeply confused. Where are you? You're pointing me back toward this thing. Why? Why? What the hell? Now it's a percentage thing? I am so confused right now. Like, I go near a target and it's already gone. Oh my god. Maybe if I get right on top of it, I'll see something? Like a Voth? Anything? Anyone? Okay. This is stupid and frustrating, and I hate it. don't understand what's going on, or what I'm not doing, or what. That's something here that I'm currently moving toward. There's a control tower here, apparently. No. No, fuck this. Fuck this. I'm abandoning this mission. Perhaps I misremembered this place being... What? Don't understand what you're leading me to or why. That's a control tower, I guess. Way down. Aha! Voths! And there were other people fighting them. Well, that explains it. And they're all dead already. God damn it. Well, that's the nearest other place to fight.
Four shields failing.
I think the game may have been getting confused. That appears not to have counted? The fuck? How do I... What? I'm so confused. I'm so goddamn confused. I don't know if the game is confused or I am. From what? Oh, that thing exploded. Took a while. That hasn't helped at all. I'm super unmaneuverable. Are there maybe ships here fighting something? No, the Federation and the Klingons are still at war, but they've agreed to a ceasefire within the Dyson Sphere for purposes of Dyson Sphere. The Romulans are basically acting as a glue to hold them together. Okay, is there anything around that one way over there? This is obnoxious and I hate it. I don't remember it being this bad. And then again, I don't remember these being actually, like, listed as plot episode things. Those are some bots. Do they count? Wait, are they friendly Voths? That's weird. Now there are friendly Voths. Yeah, I think the game is confused. I may have to abandon and skip this mission. I think I'm going to drop and skip this mission. Okay, now we've got a real mission. Step between stars. Admiral, we've discovered a station near the center of the Solanae Dyson sphere that controls the station's ability to jump to other areas of space, utilizing the vast amounts of Omega particles it generates as fuel. This could be disastrous for the Delta Quadrant. If the reaction is not perfect, vast areas of subspace would be damaged, rendering space travel in the region almost impossible. Our intel indicates the Voth intend to take control of the station and jump the sphere back to their space. We cannot allow this to happen. Report to Joint Command. We'll need your help to stop this. And while I'm there, given I skipped so many missions, we can do the reputation story bits. As soon as I remember how to get to Joint Command. That may actually be the faster... Oh, wait, no, I can just go to the Allied Zone. And then... Where's Joint Command? It is there. Wait, no, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Wait, is it? No, no, it's not. This is the right way. This is the way I want to go. I think that huge-ass lurking presence back there is Joint Command. You know what? I think it may actually be faster to go this way. Because that drops me out next to Joint Command. Don't want to begin the mission yet, though. Wait, how do I... What? What? No. I want to actually go to Joint Command. Can I not do that from here? Apparently not. Weird. Alright. Let's, start the mission, I guess. Or not? I'm confused now. I am so confused by everything. Oh, because I need to... The lighting in the sphere is really good, especially since the lighting update. Alright, I apologize for the weird and frustratingness of all that. Let's just go on to a step between stones. There's a lot of activity here in Joint Command, sir. The entire fleet must be mobilizing for something big. The rest of the senior staff is being briefed in another area. Our orders are to meet with the Chief Logistics Officer. Never seen it so active, sir. Something's about to happen. Maybe we're taking the fight directly to the Voth base? The rest of the senior staff... We just did that. That was weird. Okay. So we are in this room. So the office is back here and we can't go to it. This person I was supposed to talk to. Oh hey, it's that guy. Guess he made it. Oh, there's the person we're supposed to talk to.
You're just in time. Please follow me to Sub-Commander Cole.
Oh, now you tell me. I guess I'll do it after this mission. Oh yeah, the Voth have mecha. That is a captured one, I guess. Or a holographic one. Either or. that is where the science lab that we do the thing is. Nope, can't trigger it. But we can access that. Weird.
Good to see you again. We now know why the sphere generates vast amounts of omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space. There is a space station that controls the jumps in close orbit of the sphere's star. Admiral Tuvok from Starfleet was selected to lead a small team to the station to try to disable it. With him is Dr. Eric Cooper, a scientist who has been studying Dyson and Iconian technology. Something's gone wrong. 2 hours ago, we received a distress signal from Tuvok. Please use the console to download the signal. Afterward, I'd like to hear your opinion of the situation.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think they were. So I fucked that up. Unless... Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do them first. We're only, like, a minute into this. Ah, beam to joint command. There it is. Okay. I actually want to go this way. We're nearly done with social zone stuff forever. Excuse me.
Hello. Thank you for continuing to remind me that there are other sane minds out there. My concerns about the dangers of the sphere's technology have fallen on deaf ears. In rebuttal, I'm fed propaganda about the sphere's Voth origins and how easy my job should be. But how easy can a job be if I'm constantly being interrupted by alarms and avoiding catastrophes? In my lab, the Ministry of Elders and their Inquisitor lackeys have installed accomplices who are willing to answer yes when I say no. Advancement is their only goal, not reason, not discovery, and certainly not safety. Unfortunately, they are rarely up to the tasks for which they volunteer. But the problems may be bigger than incompetent lab techs. No one here wants to hear that we may not be capable of using this technology, or that the cost of trying could be the destruction of this entire sector of space. The builders of this sphere aren't here to tell us the results of their experiments, but I'm convinced that something did go terribly wrong. There is evidence of a celestial trauma that has significantly reduced the energy output from this installation's central star. Add to that the fact that the spires have been optimized for a different spectral band than the one that this star produces, and we're left with strong evidence of a large-scale industrial accident. Such an accident would explain why this place was abandoned. I've conducted a detailed scan of one of the spires and found trace amounts of tetrion particles. Any industrial accident large enough to leave these trace tetrion particles thousands of years afterwards would have permeated all organic life caught in the blast with enough tetrionic energy to force any survivors to retreat to subspace. So, if the creators of this technology weren't savvy enough to prevent such a huge disaster, what chance do my people or yours have to do any better? I fear this technology. I fear it in not just the wrong hands, but in any hands. We need to work together to make sure no one tries to activate the sphere. Our lives may depend on it.
End of file.
So, in the Star Trek, the TNG episode that introduced the Solanae, and was their only TV appearance and didn't name them, their Tetrion particles were something they detected wherever the aliens had entered the ship. And so now we know why there is a species living in subspace. They fucked something up real bad here and could no longer live anywhere else.
I'm sorry for the delay in my response, but I needed to take extra precautions with my communications. After another round of disastrous tests in combining Voth and Sphere technologies, I was offered up as a scapegoat. I am no longer a member of the Voth Circle of Archaeology. But I've been doing this for so long, it's hard to stop keeping an eye on my former colleagues' experiments. Now my curiosity is tinged with a hint of fear. Their findings may be corrupted. When it was discovered that the Omega particles generated by this structure were sent to collection sites in the outer shell, the first thought was to blindly jumpstart this process, rather than to methodically determine its purpose. I'm afraid our leaders are so entranced by the perceived benefits of this advanced technology, they are willing to forego common-sense safety measures. Luckily, there are a few of us left who make safe and sane actions our primary objective. And luckier still, there are enough of your ships and soldiers causing problems inside our defensive lines that my actions are blamed on you. I'm not alone in this opinion. Our superiors are pushing hard to unlock this technology. There's a perceived lack of progress, and they are trying to make up for lost time. I'm sure you understand gravity as it applies to physics, but it also has a social component. When our leadership feels pressure, it is quickly felt by those below them. First by the military, then by the citizenry. The Voth have never taken kindly to dissenters. But there is no comparison between those who speak out against doctrine back home, and those who fight for basic scientific inquiry here and now. I fear I'll be discovered at any moment, but I fear even more that the work I'm doing won't continue on. Please stay safe.
End of file.
I believe this is the last one. So, Commander, can I help you?
We've intercepted new Voth military communications. I think they've outed your contact.
Computer, if any file has been received from Nell and Exo.
One file received at 0530 hours today.
I'm sad at the thought that this may be my final transmission. I've enjoyed our talks together, but I came across something tonight that is too important to leave to chance. I was recently assigned to the Circle of Material Sciences. Apparently, my expertise in using isotopes to date archaeological finds means I'm an expert in chemistry, at least to a military personnel officer. One disadvantage of keeping discipline separate based on expertise is a lack of shared knowledge, where my new colleagues added footnotes about inverted tetrion particles. I saw a connection to omega molecules, a connection of which they were unaware. On a small scale, my hypothesis yielded a small rift. Applied to the scale of this entire facility, This sphere was built to travel through subspace, across the galaxy. The Voth leadership was excited to learn of this discovery as well. Imagine an entire solar system full of ships hiding inside this sphere. Imagine teleporting them anywhere in the galaxy in an instant. I assure you there are Voth battle plans in the works right now using this strategy. My species is under attack near our home sector. The fighting has reached a stalemate, but there are still lives being lost on both sides. Every option is being examined to bring an end to the fighting, even the most extreme. I've seen reports on weaponizing Omega molecules to destroy large swaths of subspace and lock our enemies into their own parts of space. I must put an end to my people's pursuit of such disastrous weaponry. I will not have a part in isolating the Voth race by making space unnavigable, even at the price of a continuing war. My work with the Voth is finished. Hopefully I will not follow suit.
Cool guys don't look at explosions, or however that song goes.
End of file.
Go get him. Maybe you can find him before his people do.
Okay. And now there's an actual thing to do. Good thing the game tells me where to search for him, or we could be at this for a while. Also, Nellen Exil is just a really good name. I like it a lot. Is he inside the minefield? Yes, he is in fact inside the minefield. Hey, a friendly Voth escape craft. What do you know? Thank you for finding me. I've been hiding out in this debris hoping that my Voth brethren would discover me first. After everything that's happened, I feel a tremendous guilt for furthering any Voth plans that could result in destruction on such a massive scale. If they succeed, we could lose the galaxy. It's too terrible to even contemplate. Perhaps I could join your crew and aid in your efforts to keep such destructive technologies out of the hands of those who would abuse them. You'll have me, that is. Voth Bridge Officer Candidate. Greetings, Captain. My name is Nellen Exil. Why, yes, Nellen. You can join my crew. Alas, he cannot be renamed, and his costume cannot be changed. But on the other hand, why would you want to? Look at this guy. He looks awesome. Also, I believe he is a better quality science officer than the one I currently have in my lieutenant station. So if he's got good skills, I'm sticking him in there. What's he got? Tractor beam and hazard emitters, both pretty good. Alright. Ivan, you have been replaced. Actually, that means we no longer need Civics Tractor. Oh, he doesn't actually know anything else. Does he? Yeah, no, show up here. That's okay. We can go back to base and very slowly get you something. What was yes, yes it is a response to? Okay, we're going back to base the fast way. Yeah, but I have a thing that unpenalizes it when you're stopped. It's one of the pilot traits. See, I actually turn fairly well when stopped. But at 1/4 impulse, much slower. Come on, you can do it. Right, there it is. I'm pretty sure I saw... Maybe there's a... I sure hope there's someone here that can do it. Let's get back here. Yep. There's it down here. Yep. Is it back there? Nope, that's a frickin' bar. Okay, so it's nothing in here. That's Cal's office, and I'm pretty sure it's not there. Maybe it's back here. Okay. And nope, apparently there is no way to do it. Okay, fuck it. We're continuing with plot. Enough of this nonsense. There's a little bit of duplication, but we still have one more skill than we were using before. Someone is indeed, Someone is indeed. Unless it's in here? Nope. Alright. We've seen this conversation. And that one.
Good to see you again. We now know why the sphere generates vast amounts of omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space. There is a space station that controls the jumps in close orbit of the sphere's star. Admiral Tuvok from Starfleet was selected to lead a small team to the station to try to disable it. With him is Dr. Eric Cooper, a scientist who has been studying Dyson and Iconian technology. Something's gone wrong. 2 hours ago, we received a distress signal from Tuvok. Please use the console to download the signal. Afterward, I'd like to hear your opinion of the situation.
Understood. I'll listen to Tuvok's message.
Joint Command, please respond. This is Tuvok. Sensors have detected a large Voth fleet moving toward the station. They have discovered us, and we have yet to complete our work. Communications with our ship are down. Our last contact with them indicated that they were having technical difficulties and may be forced to retreat to a safer location. I will be unable to stop a Voth advance without assistance.
The attack on the Voth fleet will commence shortly.
Oh.
Captains, please return to your ships.
Tuvok and Cooper are stranded with an entire Voth fleet bearing down on them. I need you to fly to the station, rescue our team, and finish the mission. Our fleet will engage the Voth to help keep them distracted. But to avoid detection, you'll need to fly roughly 100 kilometers above the surface of the star.
Flying close to the sun will put my ship at risk, but we'll do what mission demands. My ship can't survive that close to the sun, or why not use a cloaking device?
The Voth are actively scanning for ships approaching the station. They can detect our cloaked ships, which is another issue we're trying to solve. This is our best option. The star's magnetic field will make it impossible for most sensors to pick up your ship. With luck, your ship will not have to fly close to the star's surface for very long.
I don't like it, but I'll do it. What's next?
Speak with the logistics officer assigned to brief your crew on the situation. With your permission, we can help your engineers set up a temporary modulation for your shield frequencies that should allow your ship to travel that close to the sun safely.
No, I think I'll deny you permission for no reason whatsoever. Oops. Okay. Oh! Melanexel is here. And Liessa. And Tovan Kev. Neat.
Greetings. Our engineers are working with your crew now to create a temporary modulation program that will help your shields protect your ship from the heat and radiation
Might have been the
you
static.
will encounter on your way to the sun station. Your ship should be able to safely make the trip.
I don't know.
But it won't be able to remain in orbit of the station.
Where should the RW Deshire go after I'm on the station? I know that there was a point at which they dramatically improved the mouth animations, but I don't think it's until way later in the game.
We will need every available ship to fight the Voth. It would be best if your ship joined the fleet once you are aboard the station. Your goals on the station are to find Admiral Tuvok, assist him to shut down the sphere's jump capabilities, and then retreat before the Voth fleet arrives. Do you have any questions?
I'll return to my ship. That's a space battle, alright. Captain, we are approaching the surface of the star. Modifications to our shields are holding off the worst of the effects, but they won't keep us safe for long. We're already losing subsystems to the heat and radiation. And keep us flying for now with emergency backups, but more systems are going offline by the minute. It's only a matter of time before we lose something critical. We will hold this together. Plot across to the station, best speed. go through that. Can't really tell. Okay, this looks like the way to go. Can't establish any communications with the station, Admiral. Initial scans indicate that the nearby solar flares are interfering with our frequencies. It's possible for the Decaying to... It is possible for the Decaying to repair the nearby solar flare inhibitors. That should allow us to contact the station. Let's get back to where there were two. Oh, cool, they're actually moving. Where's the other one? Ah, it's that one. Engineering is shutting down the holodecks to reroute power to shields. And we're having issues with the structural integrity field. Because of course. One thing I can say for this storyline, it's got some very cool environments. Replicators are offline. There's the inhibitor. We should now be able to hail Admiral Tuvok.
Your arrival is timely. The Voth are already...
Yeah, there actually was a time limit for
I am
that.
with Dr. Cooper, but many of the other members of our team have been killed. Any assistance you can render would be useful. I recommend that you speak to your crew before transport. Your vessel will not be able to remain in range for long.
Understood. I'll be there soon. Yeah, go do that. And I am indeed prepared for transport.
Greetings. I am Admiral Tuvok.
We've met.
The man behind the crates is Dr. Eric Cooper, the Federation Science Council's expert on Dyson technology.
We've met.
Yes. Hello. I'm Dr. Cooper.
Allow me to brief you on the situation, so we may determine the best plan of action. Main power is offline. I am not sure what caused this disruption, but the event was fortunate. The darkness is a distinct tactical advantage. There are manual overrides in each room. I have temporarily disabled the one between us and the Voth. Unfortunately, the Dyson's captain did not survive the Voth's initial assault.
What can you tell me about the station?
There are two generator rooms that control much of the station's operations. The generator room to the south controls the power. The control room to the west, where the Voth are, maintains the station's jump capabilities. It is imperative we reach the west control room and disable it before the Voth jump this sphere back to their space. The release of the Omega particles needed for this reaction would be catastrophic.
How many Voth are between us and the control room?
More than the two of us can safely engage. Defeat would be certain. However, if we restore main power, we can use the station's automated defenses to even the odds, if we can avoid being targeted by them ourselves. I understand you have extensive combat experience. Do you have any suggestions?
Cal mentioned a ship in orbit. Could they help?
I have attempted to hail them, but received no response. The ship's shields and hull plating are designed to withstand the extreme amounts of heat, pressure, and radiation generated by this sphere's star. However, it is a prototype vessel on its first voyage. There were several unexpected system failures. The communication must be among them. The ship has retreated to a safe location to make repairs.
That was in response to Radicute's comment about the BAs.
They will not be able to assist us.
And our best option is to make our way to the generator room.
We're moving away from the Voth, right?
So the prototype ship he mentioned is the Dyson. It is the result of what I was talking about earlier.
Sensors are detecting a Voth battle mech ahead.
That's
I
not good.
recommend we perform a more detailed scan to ensure it is deactivated.
Anyway, that's the thing I was talking about where they took the Obelisk, that ship that we were piloting a couple missions ago, and basically reverse engineered it. And that tech is what the Dyson, the ship Tuvok took here, is based on. Ooh.
The pilot of this battlesuit may have been killed in the fighting. However, we do not know what else we will find on this station. We must move forward. The trapped Voth will be attempting to circumvent my modifications. What do you suggest?
Well, we're probably going to need Cooper. So give him a phaser set to stun, and both of you keep an eye out for Voth.
You're giving me a phaser?
Nope, their wounds are fatal.
Voth! Oh, sorry. I thought I saw something.
Remain calm, Doctor.
Yeah, so that obviously doesn't happen if you don't give him a phaser.
The defenses in here can be quite lethal.
Right?
It was awful. The sounds, the blood. Ugh.
You know, you were not this bad on the assimilated planet. I mean, you were scared, but it wasn't like this.
I will stand watch while you and the doctor examine the generator.
If I understand this correctly, we can restore main power activating consoles that match the symbol up here. After the first one is activated, we'll only have 20 seconds to activate the other two. If we don't, the system will defend itself. Also, activating the wrong consoles will trigger the system's defenses. Be careful.
So, red. Oh, I'm on the wrong side.
That looks right.
Blue.
That looks right.
And then yellow.
That did it. The final console is unlocked.
Great. That window must be really reducing the light.
This does not bode well. By restoring main power, we have released the locks, preventing the Voth from reaching our location. They will already be on the move. We will require Cooper's assistance to subvert the automated defenses for our own use. The Doctor is an expert in the technology found on the sphere. This is well within his capabilities.
I'll talk to him.
What are we going to do? The Voth will be here any second, and I don't think they're in the mood to take prisoners. Please, you have to get me out of here. I'm not like you and Tuvok. I'm much too important to die here.
Oh, fuck you. Stop panicking. We need your help.
My help? What could I do? Don't ask me to use a phaser again. Because I won't. I refuse. I just want to go back to my lab. I was never meant for field work.
Tuvok said no one knows his tech better than you do. You can do this, Cooper.
Tuvok said that? Well, maybe. I might know the technology, but I don't work well under pressure. I need time and space to think, and I need to be able to do my work without fear of being killed. I can't help you. I'm sorry.
You can do this.
All right. I'll try. If we're here, and the station's defenses are active, but we're not under attack. But if that's the case, wait. I can do this. Just give me a moment.
Do it.
I think if I try this...
Dr. Cooper, we require a solution.
I'm working on it. Vulcans. If I can just try that... Yes, I have it. I've done something. I'm not ready for what's being thrown at me here. Maybe I could activate the beams or something else?
Allow me, Doctor. Fascinating. With this exposed, I can manually activate the defenses in the next room. However, there is another possibility.
What is it?
Instead of activating the defenses to assist you, I can reroute the power to attempt to send a message to our stranded ship. It may not help, but we have been out of contact for hours. Your options are activating the defense beams, activating swarmers, or using none of them.
Tell me more about the beams.
I can activate beams of energy that will shoot down in set periods of time. I do not have any further control than that. But you could lure some of the Voth into the beams. The beams are quite deadly, so I would advise keeping your distance. This would be our easiest option against the Voth, but if we are not careful, we could be caught in the beams. Would you prefer I activate the beams?
Tell me about the swarmers.
I can alter the programming of the security swarmers that normally patrol this area. They will attack the Voth, but they also will attack us if there are no other targets. The swarmers will provide a distraction for us, but they could also be a liability. Do you want me to activate the swarmers?
What are our odds with no defenses?
Slim enough that I cannot recommend it. However, if you choose to do so, I will support you.
I think I'm gonna go with the beams.
I can activate beam.
I'll wait here. You go on ahead.
And I'm dying already. That went well.
More Voth inbound. Prepare yourself.
Oh, two boxes.
Voth commanders are approaching.
Oh, staying where you are to avoid the beams, huh? That's okay.
We should move forward. Be on your guard. A Voth soldier is activating the battlesuit.
Thompson class. Nice.
That was an explosion of sufficient magnitude to cause a breach. Doctor, what is your status?
I'm fine. The Voth can't get in. You,
killed by the station's automated defenses.
It would appear all that is between us and our goal is the vacuum of space.
Is that how it appears? It's hard to tell.
My modifications successfully locked the Voth out of this area. However, there was an armed Voth battlesuit in the corridor. The station's automated swarmers attacked, and this is the result. No response. According to my readings, there is no method of direct access. Unless your ship is within range, we are stranded.
I'll try it, but they shouldn't be. Yeah, nope.
I'm here. Wait.
Doctor, we require a way to access the other areas of the station. Your thoughts?
I have an idea, but you may not like it. Those EV suits over there. They have maneuvering jets that we could use on the outside of the station. I've looked them over, and they should be able to withstand the heat of the sun.
Why did you look them over? You just sprinted here.
Well, nothing will withstand that much heat and radiation for long.
Before I got
the
here.
suits appear to be designed for use in the shadow of the station. But, technically, they can keep us safe. For a little while.
They will have to suffice. We have no other logical option.
Doctor, are you going to prepare your suit?
Me? Of course not. It's far too risky for me to go out there.
We will need to convince Cooper to overcome his fear and help us complete our mission.
Alright. So let's compare. Public combat suit. Let's put that on first. And then compare it to the Solane suit. Same damage. Same kinetic damage, same energy damage, better energy damage resistance, better environmental damage resistance and radiation. It talks about that has some interesting. Oh, extreme temperature environmental efficient. I have to use the Solane suit.
Do you really need me out there? Internal comms are still active. I could just tell you what you have to do. I really can't stand any more stress. I have no idea why Admiral Tuvok chose me for this project. I'm not trained for field work. If I get home alive, I'm writing a letter to the Federation Science Council. I'll file a formal complaint.
Do you want to be here when the Voth return, or is there another reason? Are you sabotaging us?
Sabotage you? What do you mean? It's true the suits will work. Why would I lie to you?
Could be a spy in disguise.
Why would you think that? Fine. I'll show you I'm telling the truth. I'll put on a suit and go with you.
Very well. That felt like a more Romulan answer than threatening him or consoling him. Manipulating him into it by accusing him of being a spy. Did I forget to activate it? To quit. Ah. That's better.
I can do this. I can do this. I can do this.
Calm yourself, Doctor. Conserve your oxygen.
Uh-oh. Am I stuck? Please do not let me be stuck. That would be so dumb. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Are you serious? No. Come on. Alright, let's try something. Sweet. That's better. No, no, don't get stuck. Oh right, we're all burning.
There is a large piece of debris blocking the station's entrance.
So there is.
There is a large amount of debris blocking the entrance. It will be impossible for us to move it without assistance. I can scan the area for anything that may be of use.
I'm confused by if only Leah were here.
There are two objects of interest.
I mean, I'm getting you're referring to crosscode, but I don't get it.
There is a mortar payload within it that we can place onto the debris. The second is the remains of a swarmer, specifically a miniaturized communications device. We could use it to detonate the mortar remotely.
You get the communicator, I'll get the payload.
I suggest flying a safe distance before activating the charges.
Oh yeah. Okay, I get it now, RabbitCube. Thank you.
The door is sealed. Any ideas, Doctor?
There should be a manual release for the locks above us.
No, buddy.
I will establish a shield.
Going away from the station. No.
The doors are open. Dr. Cooper and I will wait for you inside.
Ah.
These suits are fried. I doubt they'll be much use anymore.
And yet, you can actually still keep yours. Alright, let's give me... What was I using? This? Or this? Definitely this. That is better armor. Yeah, I do too. I think it's supposed to be like decaying metal, but it does have a nice lacy appearance.
Something has closed the doors. Most unsettling.
I think the station's defenses are activating.
Enemy targets on Flanking damage detected. Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
We should move forward before more defenses activate.
Oh. Well, okay then.
Use caution. The Windows shields are malfunctioning in this area. The shadows of those consoles should provide a measure of safety.
I don't remember this part. Ah. Oops.
Personal shield losing power.
The shields will hold. Our destination is ahead.
I misunderstood how that worked.
We must power down the room's shielding to access the control panels. The doctor and I will continue our work while you disable the lower panels.
Thanks.
Good work. Reactivate the shields and we can complete our mission.
Oh.
The honor of deactivating the station is yours.
There we go. The deactivation program is moving nicely.
Doctor, I'm detecting something curious. Energy levels in the gateway in front of us are rising at an exponential rate. It appears to be activating.
What? Let me check. Oh, this is not good. The gateway is designed to be an escape hatch in the event this station goes offline. We cannot deactivate the jump protocols without activating the gateway as well.
Is there any way to override the protocols?
None that I can see. If we want to stop the jump, we have to activate that gate.
It seems we have little choice. Your thoughts?
We gotta do it, we gotta do it.
As Tuvok said, we have no choice. If we want to stop this sphere from moving, we need to activate the gateway. Our time here is limited. The Voth will return in force. We have to do this now. There is no other option.
Alright, let's do it.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could have found a better way. I failed you both.
Do not dwell on this. If there was another option, we would have found it. One moment. We are being hailed. Tuvok here.
Chief Engineer Tarkram of the Dyson here, Admiral.
Acknowledged, Chief. Are all of your systems restored?
The opening of the gateway cleared up the ambient distortion disruptions. Do you need transport?
Yes. I want to get off this station now.
We are ready to depart. Chief, do you have a lock?
Admiral Tuvok, come in!
Dyson, 3 to beam up.
We can't get a lock. You need to get out of the hot zone. Move!
No?
We're going to die! We're going to die!
We have a lock on you, sir. Just give the word.
Take us to the Dyson. Oh, cool, it's the RW Dyson. If he plays a Federation character, it's the USS Dyson. And has a visually different design, and that's a Voth ship going through the gateway we just opened.
Good to have you on board, sir. I'm Chief Engineer Tarkram. The fleet and your ship are still engaged with the Voth, but several Voth ships are making their way towards the gateway. One of their dreadnoughts has already passed through. As the only available ship, we have orders to stop the other Voth from entering the gateway.
Alright, let's do it. What's that? guess I disabled that one?
There are no more Voth in the vicinity, but one dreadnought did go through the gateway. If my readings are correct, it is passing into
Yeah, I
the
didn't quite
sphere.
get what its equipment
This
setup
deep in the
was.
Delta Quadrant. If the Voth are allowed to enter another sphere, they will try to claim it, as they have fought to claim this one.
Alright, let's go for it.
Navigational readings indicate we are in the Delta Quadrant. However, we are inside a Dyson sphere, and there are no known structures of this type in this region. I'm detecting the presence of a Starfleet vessel, the USS Gold. That ship disappeared on a survey of the Jenolan Dyson sphere at the precise instant the Iconian Gateway network was reset to save New Romulus.
So yeah. You don't want to say.
This sphere was discovered by the crew of the USS Jenolan in 2294. The USS Enterprise D rescued Montgomery Scott, a survivor of the Jenolan 75 years later. However, it now appears that the Jenolan sphere had the same jump capabilities as the Solanae, and moved to this location with the gold inside. I am detecting disabled systems on the gold, but there is no weapons damage. Also, sensors indicate that the Voth dreadnought has its weapons armed, but has not fired. What do you suggest?
So yeah. This is our Dyson ship. It rather astoundingly closely resembles the White Stars from Babylon 5.
I knew someone would find us. We were on a routine survey in the Jenolan Dyson sphere when something happened. Systems that have been dormant for centuries activated. The energy readings were off the scale. Then a flash and...
We're here now. You're not alone.
My nav computer claims we're in the Delta Quadrant. If that's right, this entire Dyson sphere somehow moved itself more than 50,000 light years from its previous position. Since then, we've been stuck. I would have taken Voyager's path back home if we could get out of the sphere. The doors were locked tight and the gateway powered down as soon as we arrived.
I actually don't think you could have taken Voyager's path home because they shortcutted a big chunk of the distance using Borg transwarp conduits that they blew up behind them. But, okay, sure.
Glad to have the help. Supplies are running low. But what was that ship that just passed us? Shares some signs of Voth tech, but our databanks don't have anything like that.
Yeah.
Another Dyson sphere? It's taken us 40 years to study this one, and we're not even close to understanding it. And if that ship was Voth, it would explain why they ignored our hails.
I mean,
they came in with their weapons.
Starfleet ships definitely have FTL sensors of some kind. It's possible that whatever the Dyson sphere is made of is transparent to them.
The ship set course for the sealed door and is just sitting there. They're ignoring us. I promised my crew we'd get home. If you could send over a team with some spare components, I can get this ship ready to travel.
We'll transport a couple engineers over to help.
I have extensive experience with the Vaught. While they are arrogant, it is not like them to completely ignore a potential threat. It may be that they sense a greater danger. I suggest we approach and attempt to hail them. Voyager found that some Voth were open to negotiation. We should make every attempt to find a peaceful solution.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Okay.
The Voth are moving towards the door.
Tuvok?
Your query will have to wait, Doctor. Shields are down and we...
You're not...
You're not Cooper.
The weak shall perish.
He really was a spy. Legasp.
Captain, the Undine outside of the sphere are powering weapons. The mammalian ship is still disabled.
Arm all weapons. We will destroy the creatures and then return for the mammals.
Or not.
I am unharmed, but we are in danger. We are deep within the Delta Quadrant, right where Cooper wanted us. We do not know how long this infiltrator has impersonated Cooper, or the extent of what he has done. However, I am quite familiar with the tactics of Species 8472. We will repel the Undine, and survive to warn the Alpha Quadrant of the renewed threat.
Finally, a worthy adversary for my new ship.
Frustrated? You were so easy.
I do not get angry. I
There they are.
This vessel cannot defeat them alone.
This ship can take it.
I have experience with the Undine. You do not. They are extremely dangerous.
The Lisette is here to provide any assistance you require.
Battleships. That may be a problem.
We hold here. None of the Undine get through. Fortescue is here. Now the real fight can begin.
Why can't I turn? Why am I hideously damaged? Okay, why do I have none of my engineering healing powers? That's extremely obnoxious.
Good to see you. We would have arrived sooner, but there was a Voth fleet in the way.
That's just firing my weapons. In answer to question R. Oh, beneath the weapons. That's the singularity powers and some of the Bridgecrafter stuff. Yeah, none of my stuff is on there. Yes, the Science Destroyer is a pretty hilarious name.
Congratulations on a successful mission. Now the Romulan Republic will take over. We'll set up a command center for further operations. I'm sure Command will contact you when your presence is needed.
I mean, I don't believe the Republic has the authority to do that, but I feel like my character would not bring that up. Oh! The stuff on the bottom. Oh, those are targeting subsystem stuff.
No, this ends now. Our generosity to the Romulans can only extend so far. The Klingon Empire claims this Dyson sphere as its own. Starfleet and the Republic would be wise to keep their distance. Or else.
So Lana Dyson sphere is controlled by an alliance. Why would this one be different?
Oh? Are you prepared to back that statement with action? The Klingon Empire has restrained itself again and again in an attempt to maintain this alliance with the Romulans. I think it's time I remind you of what happens when a Klingon loses patience.
Yeah, Which is weird because they clearly distinguished Romulan captain enough for this ship. That is not what the Dyson looks like if you're playing Federation. Remain calm, Corin. We don't need to do this.
Fighting over this sphere is not an option. It would divide our strength. Precisely what would benefit the Undine. The Voth chose to fight instead of cooperate. They were destroyed. We can choose not to be enemies. It is time we did so.
Well, Corin?
The Klingon Empire will not sit and wait while the Federation and Romulans continue to claim these powerful weapons for themselves. This conversation is not over.
Very well. And you, Commander Jarok?
The Romulan Republic will continue to take responsibility for areas within our jurisdiction, but I do not wish to cause a rift in what has been a successful joint action. However, I will not be put in a position where I must choose between the Federation and the Klingon Empire. We have agreements on both sides that must be honored. Sub-Commander Cole can handle the details. I am a ship captain, not an administrator.
Very well.
Cooper's departure has lifted the miasma in my mind. An affliction that I did not even realize was there. He was influencing me. He used the psychic abilities of the Undine to influence my thoughts. And the results are an effect of my failure. I should have been able to detect his influence.
We must look forward. What now?
We have fulfilled our mission to neutralize the jump capabilities of the Solanae sphere, only to open up a gateway that the Undine can now use to reach our space. They will no longer have to create rifts from fluidic space. Was this Cooper's plan all along? I suggest we return to Sub-Commander Cole. We must attempt to save the fragile peace of the Alliance.
Let's report to him.
The sphere is under Federation control.
This sphere is only accessible through an Alliance-controlled gateway.
Then perhaps it is time to end this alliance.
This is neither the time nor the place for this.
Commander Jarok is correct. The Undine are a threat to us all. Now they have direct access to our space. I propose...
Yeah, apparently are.
We must decide together what we must do to protect the Alpha Quadrant. Our disputes may need to be put aside in the face of a greater enemy. I volunteer to mediate these talks. Dr. Cooper manipulated me to achieve his goals. It is only logical that I take responsibility for what has happened here.
Very well, Vulcan. We will finish this later.
To be continued. Because that was essentially the STO first season finale. At least that's how they treated it. I could not have anticipated all of this, Admiral. I feel for Admiral Tuvok, but I was fooled by Cooper's disguise as well. Tuvok and I will begin working on the next steps. We need to get everyone to sit down together and discuss what we should do before we start shooting one another. I will contact you for your aid once we have concrete plans. You can rest assured we will need your help in this. Okay. Those, I believe, are worse than, yeah, those are in fact incredibly shitty. So, okay, let's look at deflector arrays. Currently, accuracy, hull capacity. Train expertise, which I don't care about, and exotic particle generation, I don't care about. But accuracy and hull capacity, not bad. What about the shields? They are better. The shields are straightforwardly directly better. I'm going to go with them. Oh, yeah, cover potentials. Shields. So, yes, the Undine do have a permanent foothold in the Delta Quadrant. That is, after all, where they were first encountered. But I think that to be continued is a good place to stop for the week. Also, it's late. So, yeah. Next time, part 2 of what just happened. You see standard issue beams in your rear weapons. Yes, because those actually scale damage. As you can see, 380 versus 364. Glad you enjoyed it, Rabbit Cube. I had fun too. Yeah. So yeah, these are actually better than any of the other plasma beams I had access to. I know it's absurd, but it is true. Anyway, I had fun too. I hope y'all had fun. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.